studios. I'm Kristen Ledlow, alongside the NBA champion, Steve Smith. It's finally October.
October 1st.
Are you feeling it?
I am.
That means the NBA is back this month. Finally.
Early.
It is back a little early.
A little early. Yeah,
and the offseason went by pretty quickly.
Yes, indeed.
Either
That's
way,
okay.
The preseason continued Monday night. 4 total games, starting with the top pick in the draft and the countdown to his rookie debut, DeAndre Ayton and the Phoenix Suns taking on the Sacramento Kings. Into the first quarter, Harrison to Ayton.
Fella, throw it up.
In the paint.
That's a nice little matchup. I think that's against Willie Cauley-Stein. And DeAndre Ayton is having his way early.
9-2 early on, then into the second quarter, Buddy Hield to Marvin Bagley for the baseline jumper.
Reminds me so much of Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
See him, kind of like a Chris Bosh game type.
Ayton yet again.
Ooh, they're throwing it up. You can see a lot of spacing, and they're looking for him to dive and do that dunk.
That one was also from Josh Jackson. Sacramento would lead the way by 3 at the half. Then Jackson to Ayton again. It's looking like a 1-2 punch that might work.
Not too bad. I mean, doing a nice job of lobs and then a straight post up. And there's Josh Jackson. This is where he's so good defensively out in the open court.
I'm still getting used to the haircut.
I'm
used to the haircut. I like it also. It's like I'm here now. The rookie season is behind me.
Okay, Bagley.
He finished with 6 points. Later in the fourth quarter, Jackson to Ayton yet again.
Oh, that's a nice play. Ooh, I like that one. I might have to steal that one from my little league team.
Guess what? It's Jackson to Ayton again. This time, though, DeAndre
giving us the package
showing
inside,
off
outside,
the mid-range jumper.
Okay.
That game, a 2-point game with 17 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, 102-100 as the preseason continues. All right, so we've looked at those two guys. Again, the 1-2 punch that many were expecting, but for obvious reasons, there's a lot of hype surrounding DeAndre's game. How high is his ceiling? How much better will the Suns be with him on the roster?
You know, I think they'll be much improved. The reason why they have an anchor right now, just defensively, and I thought they struggled last year. And obviously what I love about this, Ayton, offensively, as we got a chance to see the game, and because of spacing, you didn't kind of see him shoot jumpers and have that much space in college. I love what they're doing with him. They're moving him around. He's shooting the ball at the elbow, post up. So a variety of ways they're trying to get the basketball to him. And let's face it, he looks NBA ready as far as physically. I mean, he looks like he belongs and he's comfortable. I mean, a lot of times big guys catch at the elbow and they're waiting, but he does a nice job of pick and getting out of it by pivoting and being able to catch it. Great hands, great timing. I like what I've seen so far.
How about then Marvin in Sacramento? He came off the bench in this one, wasn't part of that starting rotation, but how much better do you think he'll be as a rookie?
You know, I think for him is it's going to be a little bit tougher because I think if you look at their team, they're basically a lot of bigs, and so Jaeger's going to have to rotate between Stein, Labissiere, Zach Randolph, Bagley. So for him, I think his minutes won't be as much as DeAndre Ayton. His touches, his usage won't be the same. But this kid can really play. And I think, like I said before, watching him, it's more of the Chris Bosh type. I think you just got to move him around and play him in the mid-post and let him operate from that position.
Well, right next door, and when I say that, I mean literally, the Atlanta Hawks hosting the New Orleans Pelicans in a game that, well, it started close, okay? It did start close. Trae Young struggling to get going on offense early on. He did go just one.
That's Vince Carter in Atlanta.
That he is. Right, that still is taking a little bit of time to get used to as well.
Preseason.
1 of 11 from the field in the first half.
He's not bashful. He gave himself a chance. Yeah, you know, young fella struggling right now. He had one of those games like that, his first game in Summer League.
That he did, and we all overreacted then as well, right?
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. Vince Carter.
Yeah.
And
one.
Still excited.
I need one of those jerseys.
I know. Vince, it's going to be there. But
Vince
this
Carter,
is
Atlanta
the
jersey.
kid right here I think is going to have a fabulous year.
John Collins.
I mean, he's added range to his jump shot. He's active. I think he has a chance right now. Wait a second. They threw out the glass
Well,
to John.
okay, so even when Trey couldn't find his shot, he did find a way to contribute offensively. 7 assists in the half.
Okay, and there's Trey. Okay, the kid can really shoot it, and he can
found
pass
it.
Okay, Trey, okay.
He did finish with 11 points, 8 assists, and hey, he's not lacking in confidence.
No,
Right?
not at all. And that's the one thing, and give the Hawks credit. They came out playing against the Pelicans. I know it's preseason, but this is a good win for a young bunch no matter what. They just need to get experience and wins.
What has stood out to you thus far about Trey's Summer League and now preseason debuts?
I think he doesn't waver with confidence at all. And you look at him, he still has the same type of motor when he's making shots or missing shots. What I do love is that he also can make his presence felt, not only just shooting the basketball, he's a terrific passer. He has great vision and great feel for when to get guys the basketball on time, and he makes picture-perfect passes.
Because the Hawks traded down for him, do you think that he'll receive too many unfair comparisons to Luka Doncic if he's not as good, if he struggles early on?
Oh, yeah, I think those two are going to be connected for a long time. And then also for Trey Young is people are saying he's the next Steph Curry. You got to just understand is he's still young. And tireless worker, and I think that's going to help him.
Well, and Steph Curry wasn't even the next Steph Curry when he was a rookie either, not yet. But after the break, the preseason highlights will continue. We'll have 2 more games on a Monday night, including well, Mo Bamba had no interest in waiting until the regular season to talk his trash, thanking Joel Embiid for the warm welcome to the NBA, saying, "I'll see you October 1st. October 1st it is." Joel and the Sixers hosting Mo and the Magic. That's Embiid with the putback off the Saric miss. Then Aaron Gordon
Okay.
off the miss by Vooch.
You must box out Aaron Gordon.
That you must.
Scouting report, box him out.
Bamba yet
Bamba.
again.
Look at that stroke. It looked good.
That would cut their deficit to 6. Then Embiid inside gets it to go and 1.
You can just tell the difference in size-wise. And then Joel Embiid's been around in that weight room a little bit more. But look at Bamba. It wasn't really a dunk, but way to throw the basketball to him. I like it.
He told him that he'd see him October 1st. He saw him a little bit.
He did.
Fultz with the block on DJ Augustine. Markelle Fultz had 12 points and 6 rebounds in this one.
I like that kid. He's been through a lot of adversity. People have been talking. There's been Simmons and Embiid. Great connection. I think Fultz is going to have a fantastic year.
Simmons with 9 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds in this one. Mo Bamba finished with 12. TJ McConnell. Korkmaz for 3.
I like that.
Then yet again.
Look at Mo Bamba down there working in traffic.
I know, not bad.
Great touch, great
Not
feel.
bad.
Okay.
3 more. He finished with 18 points in this one, 14 in the 4th quarter alone, and 3 of 5 from 3
I like
in
it.
the quarter.
There's Embiid and Mo Bamba, just giving their pleasantries after the game.
Pleasantries.
Yes.
I like that. Joel and his pleasantries. The Sixers go on to win at 120 to 114. They're now 2-0 in the preseason. And next up, the NBA China games. The Sixers take on the Dallas Mavericks first on Friday. So Markelle Fultz had 12 points. He was 1 of 4 from 3. You said you like him a lot. He's been through a lot of adversity. What have you noticed has been the biggest improvement from that rookie showing?
I think for him is he just kept working. I think I would love for everybody go on the internet and go back and watch his highlights in college. His shot wasn't bad. Now, is it Steph Curry's shot? Not at all. His mechanics are fine. It can obviously get better. But he had an injury, and that was the reason why he was shooting like that. But I love the kid. He still came out and worked, even though that hitch, that ugly shot he had. He was the #1 draft pick. The kid knows how to play. He can play. He had an injury. Give him some time. We've had a lot of Hall of Famers that came in at the beginning of their career, wasn't really shooters, turned out to be pretty good shooters. Jason Kidd, The kid is not Jason Kidd the way he passed the basketball, but he knows how to play, and his jump shot's going to be fine.
And your confidence can take a hit after a season like the one that he had. But Mo Bamba doesn't seem to be lacking in confidence. Where is that coming from?
You know, that kid he's so fun to be around.
He is.
He understands the game. He's one of those kids you just want to be around, and he works. And everybody's talked about, will he be big enough? What can he do on the offensive end besides dunk the basketball? This kid has touch. He can handle. He's long. He just has to put on some weight. But other than that, all the basketball skills, he has all the necessary stuff. Just got to get a little bigger.
Oh, and I'm all for the Mo and Joe trash-talking bromance.
I like it.
I like it a lot also. We got to figure out a way to put that on a T-shirt. So the Knicks went to Washington to take on the Wizards, and there's nothing like overtime in a preseason matchup on a Monday. So let's check out how they got there, shall we? Dwight Howard warming up but would not play. John Wall getting ready for tip-off. Driving down the lane, the layup plus the foul. He'd make that free throw, cutting their deficit to 2.
See, John's been working in that weight room. The Knicks throw it up.
Mario Hezonja to Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson had a nice summer league.
Austin Rivers finished with 7 points. Speaking of new faces in new places, that'll take a little time to get used to.
Austin Rivers. Uh-oh.
Well, Markieff Morris and Mitchell Robinson got into a verbal altercation. Morris would get a technical, continue to talk, another technical, and then ultimately be ejected from the game.
Yeah, he didn't want no more parts of that preseason game. The old vet, trying to get up out of there.
That's fair. Kevin Knox for 3.
I like that kid. Boy, he's so good.
3 more. That would start a 14-0 Knicks run. He finished with 13 points. That would put the Knicks up 71-62 off the turnover. Kelly Oubre Jr. to Troy Brown for the layup. Washington would lead the way by 1.
Okay, Trier. Ooh, there's a lot to that game. A lot of bounce and bounce.
Randall to Robinson here late in the game. A tough layup plus the foul. He'd make that free throw and finish with 9 points. That would tie things up at 103 apiece. Now with 5 seconds to go, Jordan McRae driving, turning it over. Walker missing off the glass to send it to overtime, tied at 108 apiece. Hicks to Dotson inside. Knicks up by 1, then a last chance for the Wizards. Thomas Bryant pulls up.
Big fella.
Can't get it to go, but a close attempt.
Confidently shot that 3.
The Knicks go on to win at 124-121. Now, they went on to win it by 3, but Kevin Knox notched a double-double with 13 points and 10 rebounds. How big a difference will he make, especially alongside a healthy Kristaps Porzingis?
I mean, as Porzingis is healthy, you just love these 1-2 matchup because both of them have some great size. They have great skills. Kevin Knox can rebound the basketball. Kevin Knox is bigger than I thought, Kristen.
Yeah.
And definitely, if you're watching, it's a total package. I mean, he can drive it. He can shoot it. He shot that in Summer League. And what I love about it, he has guard skills, but he has the size of a power forward. And that combination right there is going to bode well for him for a long time in this league because he can play multiple positions.
He said yes, ma'am, to me at Summer League, and that was upsetting. So I'm not a fan. After the break, we're going to have more on LeBron's preseason debut in purple and gold. LeBron is a Laker. LeBron is a Laker. I'm going to keep saying it until it just starts to roll off the tongue.
Yes, ma'am.